Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me. Your staff and your rod, they comfort me. Amen. Thank the Lord for my blessings, for my strength and protection. Man, I know that God got me, but I still keep a weapon in my city. Niggas shady for this money, they a trip, but I keep that 40 tucked. I won't let them catch me slip. If I have to catch a body, I just pray the Lord forgive. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but you know it's me or them. And see, I ain't trying to die, I'm just trying to live my life. Gotta live it to the fullest, cause you ain't gonna do it twice.
First and foremost, we want to say, call hello, Yahweh, and I do so by Shema Mashak Yahushua. That's all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High God. In the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Rockawan here from Sakari, Detroit, with a quick little lesson, man. Kind of silverbacking off my last video, which was we serve an exclusive God. So silverbacking off the fact that the God of the Bible is an exclusive God. He's like we went over in the video, he's a nationalistic God. He's a national. Now we got to go. Now that we got that basic understanding and that information, now we got to go and we got to figure out, where do we learn about this national God? And the Most High gave us a book. He gave us a book where we go learn about this national God, and it's called the Holy Bible, right? So let's get a little bit of background information on this Holy Bible that he gave us to learn about him, right? Well, let's share the screen. Right. Now, watch this. The Bible. The Bible, from the Koine Greek ta Biblia, is a collection of religious texts, writings or scriptures sacred in Christianity, Judaism, Samaritanism, Islam, and Rastafari, and many other faiths. So we're going to stop right there. We know that it's not really a religious text because the God of the book didn't give the Israelites religion. He didn't tell Israelites to be Christians, Judaism, or being a Jew, right? The study of the Jew is ethnicity. The Jews are an ethnicity of people, not a religion. Samaritanism, Islam. We know that the main Islamic religious text is the Quran, and we don't deal with the Quran. The Quran is, for lack of better terms, a plagiarized Bible. And Rastafari. Now, the Most High didn't tell you to be Christian, Jewish. It didn't tell you to practice Samaritanism, right? Islam, he didn't tell you to be a Muslim. He didn't tell you to be a Rastafarian, right? So we know that this is not a religious text, and that's the purpose of this video. It's the Bible is a historical text, historical scriptures, right? Now we go. It says it appears in the form of an anthology, a compilation of texts of a variety of forms that are all linked by the belief that they are collectively revelations of God, right? So I wanted to go with this. First, we're going to get this understanding, right? Let me come back here. First, we're going to get this understanding, right? That the God of the Bible does not deal with religion. So, you might hear it said, I got this right here. This is a 1611 King James Bible. You deal with a Jewish person, they might call this a Christian Bible, right? Now, let me show you something. Where is this part of the Bible right here? This part, this is the Old Testament. This is what some will refer to as the Hebrew Bible, right? Because we know that Jewish people don't accept the New Testament as doctrinal, right? You'll find some Jewish people that deal with the historicity of the New Testament, but it will be hard to find a Jewish person that deals with the New Testament, right? So Jewish people are called the entirety of the book, especially the New Testament, the Christian Bible, and they'll call the Old Testament the Hebrew Bible or the Tanakh, right? So let's get into it. Let's go back. Hebrew Bible. The Masoretic text is the authoritative Hebrew text of the Hebrew Bible. It defines the books of the Jewish canon and also the precise letter text of these biblical books with their vocalization and accentuation. The oldest extant manuscripts of the Masoretic text date from approximately the 9th century in the Aleppo Codex, the oldest complete copy of the Masoretic text, but now missing its Torah section. So when we get to the word Tanakh, the name Tanakh reflects threefold division of the Hebrew scriptures: the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim. So the law, the prophets, and the writings. The writings would be things like Psalms, Proverbs, Songs of Solomon, Ecclesiastes. I believe they even, well, it's going to explain it. The Torah is the law, the first 5 books of Moses, the Pentateuch: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, the law of God. Right. Then the Nevi'im is the prophets. You got Isaiah, Jeremiah, those kind of prophets, the major and the minors. And then you have the Ketuvim, which is like Proverbs, the poetic books. And then you got Songs of Solomon, Ruth, Lamentations, Esther. Those are classified as what do you call it? Salakia. I'm drawing a blank right now. Classified as the writings, right? Now let's go scroll up and let's get Christian Bible. All right. The Christian Bible is a set of books that a Christian denomination regards as divinely inspired and thus constituting scripture. Right. So the Christian Bible includes the Old Testament. Like it says, Eastern Christianity, which is like Catholics. The Roman Catholics, they use the Apocrypha. The 1611, the original Bible, the oldest compiled Bible includes the manuscripts of the Apocrypha. So we know that they're canon. See, the Roman Catholic Church recognizes. See, you got certain Greek and Russian Orthodox churches. We don't agree with these books. We say that they're pseudo apocryphal, right? You have other books that are considered pseudographic, right? And then you have the New Testament, which is, the Gospels, the Epistles, and Revelations, right? So with that understanding, let me stop sharing my screen. Let's get this. So when we deal with the Bible, right, we're dealing with a national God, dealing with his people, the nation of Israel, right? So in the beginning of the Bible, it opens up with Genesis. Now from Genesis 1:1 in the beginning, from the time that's uttered until you see the man Jacob being born, all of that is to set the stage for Israel, right? All of that because Israel comes from Jacob. Jacob, they got his name changed to Israel, Yasha'Allah, the Prince of Power, the Prince of God, right? So Genesis is all about setting the stage for Israel, because then you get into Exodus where we become a nation, where Israel becomes a nation, right? We become a nation in Egypt and then we leave, right? So you can say that Exodus is the origin story of the nation of Israel. We already established that the Bible is not a religious text because it revolves around the God of a people, of a nation of people called the Israelites, that descended from a man, Israel, that descended from that whose original name was Jacob, who descended from Isaac, who descended from Abraham, right? And we went over that in the last video. So when we deal with the Bible, we're dealing with literally a book that entails the Israelites' governing system, their moral compass, their civil and ceremonial laws, their civil and ceremonial code of conduct, their ethics, right? It deals with the Israelites are dealing with their God, not everybody's God, but their own God. It deals with their history. When you deal with books like Judges and Joshua, Chronicles, Ruth, uh, King, Samuel, that's literally the history of the nation, right? Chronicles gives you the what do you call it? The oil, the Salaki. The book of Chronicles literally gives you the genealogy and proves to you that the Most High chose the Israelites, and it revolves around it. All you gotta do is read the Chronicles. You read the Chronicles is pretty simple. Chronicles 1:1, Adam had Seth, had, blah, 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 blah. So you get all the way down to Abraham with Isaac. Abraham had more than one son, but through Isaac is the seed of promise. Then through Jacob, and through Jacob, the 12 tribes. Then the 12 tribes, the 12 patriarchs, each had children who had children who had children, so on and so forth. So it literally gives you the history of the nation, and the dealings with the God of Israel, i.e., through prophecy, through the miraculous works that the Most High performed, right? So when you deal with the historicity of the Bible, you see it. You got the first 5 books that's attributed to Moses, and then after the first 5 books, you got books like Joshua. Then you got the prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Hosea, Jonah, Joel. So some of these books were written by the names that are attributed to them. For example, the Pauline epistles. Some of them are attributed to Paul, but we know that these people had scribes. We know Moses had scribes. Moses dies in Deuteronomy. So how can he have wrote Deuteronomy in entirety, and at the end of it, he dies? So we know that these people had scribes, and that the scribes helped write the scriptures, right? So I just want to get this one. Let's see this. I want to get a couple examples where the Most High God is making it heir apparent that he's dealing with Israel. Hosea chapter 8 and verse 12. Well, we're going to start at verse 1. Let's start at 1. This is the book of Hosea chapter 8 and verse 1. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of Yahweh, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law. Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee. So it says that they forsook the covenant. Now, like we went over in the last video, who's given the covenant? Israel, right? Israel was given the covenant. And then verse 2 said what? Israel shall say, my God. The national God, my God. Right? We know thee. Now we're going to jump to verse 12. I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. This is talking about the northern kingdom. It says Ephraim, but we know Ephraim is indicative of the northern kingdom Israelites. So with that knowledge and with that understanding, we see that the Most High said, I gave Israel my law, though he counted it as a strange thing. Right? Then you got the Most High dealing with Israel. You got all the new covenant theology speech. I shall be their God. They shall be my people. Right? The book is only about Israel. When Moses gives the law to the children of Israel, what does he say? The Lord our God, the Lord your God, the Lord my God, right? David, my God, my God. Even Hamashiach Yahushai, my God, my God. When he teaches you how to pray, and you notice me referencing a lot of my videos the Lord's Prayer, and that's because look how many topics it can cover. He's in the Lord's Prayer. What does your Hamashiach Yahushai say? Our Father, Abba Nawa, Yahweh, our Father, my Father, your Father. He's talking to Israelites at the time. So he's telling you, my Father, your Father, right? So we know that the Most High is dealing with the nation of Israel. And you deal with the Bible, you're dealing with the historicity, the historical accounts of a people group dealing with their national God.